All right. If I were to stand up here and talk about the countless amount of times people have asked me about natural hair and what it means to me, we would be standing in this theater for a couple of hours with me explaining stories upon stories that I can only think of at the top of my head. That's not what I'm here to do, but the least I can do is give you a definition of what natural hair is. Natural hair, which particularly pertains to those of African descent, is hair that has not been tampered with by chemical products that may alter the pattern or the style of that hair. Pattern or style meaning the coil, kink, zigzag, or curly pattern of that hair. Natural hair can help us reconcile with our natural roots that we have come from. As you can see up here, these are some old African tribal hairstyles that are still being used in our society today. Companies like Optimum and entrepreneurs like Madame C.J. Walker have created products that Black people use still today to gain respect in a society that has deemed their natural hair to be undesirable. I bring this up because I myself have dealt with those microaggressions that we have dealt with throughout our natural hair, and I understand what it's like to go through those kind of things. Natural hair has always been something that's been extremely personal to me, and I bring it up because if the compliments that one receives when they choose to change the style of their hair should be the exact same compliments they should receive when they choose to wear their hair naturally. Instead, they receive negative comments and negative feedback on what they choose to be, which is who they are. So whenever someone gets the urge to touch my hair, just don't touch my hair. Hi guys, my name is Tosin Oladokun, and I'm going to be talking about the psychological celebration of natural hair. And let me just walk you through what I mean by that. There was this one moment I was going to Trader Joe's because my mom asked me to run some errands for her. And of course I said yes. Walking through the aisle, as I was looking through the pasta aisle, this one white woman came up to me and she just started running her fingers through my hair. Of course I looked at her with this very interesting look that I always do when I'm very shocked. And as I turned around, she said to me, let me just replay you guys what it felt like. Hi, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Your hair is just so wild and exotic. Where'd you get it? Okay. Knowing those who know me may have assumed that I would have called her out right there on the spot, but instead I stood quiet because I was shocked. I was stunned at the fact that she thought she had the right to touch my hair, or me, just as a person. As I left that store still questioning why, I thought of two things. One thing I thought was she was just arrogant, plain and arrogant. Second thing I thought is she was too ignorant to listen in kindergarten when they told you to keep your hands to yourself. I'm pretty sure that is one of the most basic things they tell you in kindergarten. I mean, there are programs now like CoComelon that are teaching you basic nursery rhymes about basic manners. But as I bring that up, it brings me to my point of, that many people have dealt with a lot of microaggressions that deal with their natural hair. While I have never had an experience as bad as the ones that are described on this screen, let's just take a little stroll through what these people have gone through. There have been petitions for kids like Jacob to be able to walk graduation because the school thought their locks were too unprofessional. A third grader wasn't even able to go into class and they were pulled out because of their fro hawk. A Seattle school had a Black girl removed from class because of a hair product that she used, and the white student thought it to be too distracting. These words and these phrases and these articles that I had looked up had all deemed back to the fact of why they felt the need to give us these microaggressions. And when I went back to my dad that day, he said one word: entitlement. That those that you have met around your hair journey that have constantly given you negative comments feel entitled to the fact that they can just speak, judge, and reconcile your hair freely without any repercussions for it. And that has been something that has definitely hurt me along my way. Another thing that's also been very interesting to hear about that involves entitlement is my favorite thing in the world: backhanded compliments. What is a backhanded compliment? A backhanded compliment is when someone is giving a compliment in a positive tone to try and undermine the fact that they're actually giving an insult. Some of my favorite that I've gotten throughout the years is it real or fake? It's real. Your hair is just so wild and so exotic. Thank you, white lady I meet in Trader Joe's. I like your hair the best when you wear it like this, when I wear it like I do every single day. Have you ever thought about straightening your hair? No, because this is as straight as it's gonna get. All of these words and phrases that we all have received in the Black community for our hair is just adding to another level of demeaning that we already received because we're Black and society can't accept us for that either. So as I come up here and tell you guys these things, I'm trying to mention how it's not just a hairstyle. Hair is an expression of art, and when we wear it, it's us allowing ourselves to have a self-acceptance of that art that we were born with. And when you shun us, you're shunning us for a beauty that came naturally, that we can't necessarily fix. And because of the shunning that I've received over my years, and I'm sure other people have, it's contributed to the anxiety and depression that I deal with now. But as I stand up here and talk about this, I encourage you guys to recognize that it's an expression of art in its truest form, in its purest form, one that we were blessed to have that came to us as we were born. So as I leave here today, I just want to remind you guys that if you ever feel the urge to judge or comment or just give a compliment to one for the hairstyle that they choose to wear, a simple, "Hey, I like your hair," is more than enough. Thank you.